Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. Today I am going to be discussing and breaking down the brand new update that just went live here in Call of Duty Vanguard, talking about the changes as well as right at the end of this one I am going to be talking a little bit about Warzone as well as Season 2 that's going to be releasing in a couple weeks. So with that being said, if you guys go on to enjoy today's video and you are excited to hear about the new update in Vanguard, make sure you leave a like on this one, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. So without further ado, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's dive right into it. And alright guys, so of course it is Thursday, which means it is update day here in Call of Duty Vanguard as well as Warzone, and today's update in Vanguard didn't disappoint. They changed around certain things. Let's actually break it down a little bit. So first and foremost, let's talk about the spawns and more specifically on the map Paradise. If you guys weren't already aware, Paradise was a brand new DLC map that came with Season 1 of Vanguard, and in this particular update, Sledgehammer Games goes on to state, spawns on Paradise have been adjusted to address community feedback after players reported spawning next to enemies. Additionally, they fixed the spawn resulting in the players falling through the map, and finally they added invisible collision to prevent spawn trapping from one spawn point to the other. So this is a good thing because nobody likes broken spawn points, and this is actually really good because about a week ago when Sledgehammer Games as well as Raven Software put out stating that Season 2 was going to be delayed, however, in the meantime they want to focus on the community and fix issues that people have with the game, and it looks like they're implementing that, so that's a really good sign. And with that being said, let's move on down and talk a little bit about perks. So one perk that was actually changed with today's update is Fortified. Now, interestingly enough, the Fortified perk has been kind of reworked throughout the past couple weeks. On the January 20th update, Sledgehammer Games stated that players with the Fortified perk are no longer immune to any fire damage, including Flame Knot and Incendiary Grenade. However, again, the Fortified perk got changed with this update on January 27th, and they state Fortified now adds protection from the following, and the following are Mortar Barrage, War Machine, Flame Knot Explosions, Ammo Box Explosions, Gammon Bombs, as well as Satchel Charges. However, as a counterpoint, Fortified no longer protects against the following, being the Goliath, the Glide Bomb, the Bombing Run, the Firebombing Run, as well as direct hits from launchers. And that's a really interesting trade-off, and honestly, I'm not against it. Recently, in the past couple weeks, they've been reworking different perks to combat explosive damage as well as fire damage, and it looks like this is just a continuation of that. And at least in my own opinion, it's a pretty decent change, especially to the ammo box explosions, because those things are incredibly annoying. And yeah, with that being said, let's actually talk about the Cold-Blooded perk, and they go on to state Cold-Blooded now protects against dogs. So that's pretty interesting. Now let's actually move on down and talk about the weapons as well as attachment changes. And they go on to state the summoning reticle from the Graveyard Shift bundle is now visible in Gunsmith, and they fixed a bug resulting in subsonic unintentionally disabling ghosts. And finally, they fixed a bug where weapon icons were showing up on interactable objects such as doors. And breaking down these changes a little bit, I actually experienced the last bug where you would run up to a door or a ledge and then there would be a little weapon icon that would pop up, which is kind of funny. I always wondered why it would do that, and it turns out is a bug. And also, I do want to quickly talk about the summoning reticle because the Graveyard Shift bundle is of course a Mastercraft bundle for the MP40 submachine gun, and it's been kind of glitchy ever since day one. Initially, when the new bundle released into the game, you couldn't actually use it in game because when you selected a class up with that particular blueprint, it would just load you in with a standard STG-44, which was a little bit weird. And in addition to that, the summoning reticle from that particular bundle was not appearing in the Gunsmith, and now it is visible, so that's really good. And with that said, now let's actually move on down and talk a little bit about the UI as well as VFX fixes, private match, zombies, and all that. So they go on to state, fixed a bug that resulted in the player appearing to be on fire even when no damage was being dealt. And finally, under the private match category, they addressed an issue in Control where the match would end prematurely when a COD caster disconnected. So now let's actually talk about zombies, and they go on to state, addressed an issue where Ring of Fire Tier 2 dealt inconsistent damage, and upgraded Ring of Fire's damage no longer causes damage to zombies above or below the placed ring. Ring of Fire's damage now scales correctly per level, as well as they addressed an issue where kills with artifacts would charge the artifact for an additional use. So yeah guys, that's gonna effectively wrap up the patch notes portion of this video. Now before I end it off in general, I do have a couple other things I want to talk about. So in addition to the brand new update, there is a new playlist update that also went live, and currently currently in Vanguard, the playlists are DOS House 24/7, Trifecta Domination, Blitz TDM, Pacific Party, Rocket Hill Duos, as well as Champion Hill Trios. So yes, you heard that correctly, DOS House 24/7 is currently live, which quite frankly, we haven't seen that in a while, and it is really cool, and it's especially useful if you're going for long shots or if you're grinding camo challenges. And if that's the case for you, make sure you hop into DOS House 24/7 or alternatively hardcore DOS House 24/7, because that's also a really good playlist. And finally, before I end off today's video, I want to quickly talk about the playlist update that went live in Warzone. And what happened is they added Vanguard Resurgence quads as well as Rebirth Resurgence duos, and they are keeping Battle Royale solos, duos, trios, and quads, Plunder trios, as well as Rebirth Resurgence quads. However, they did end up removing Vanguard Royale quads as well as Rebirth Resurgence trios. And alright, so that's it for the Warzone portion. Now let's actually talk about Season 2 of Vanguard as well as Warzone, because as we are now aware, Vanguard Season 2 is going to be releasing on Valentine's Day or February 14th, which is just under 3 weeks from now at the time of making this video. However, in addition to us now knowing when Season 2 is going to be releasing, we also got some information about League Play that's going to be coming in February of 2022. If you guys weren't already aware, back in October of 2021, right at the end of October, just before Vanguard released, Treyarch posted a tweet stating, "We're collaborating with our partners to bring competitive modes, ranked skill divisions, visible skill ratings, and new competitive rewards to Vanguard ranked play in 2022. More details to come." Now, up until that point, we'd really not heard much information about ranked play being added into Vanguard. However, not that long ago, we got some confirmation where Sledgehammer Games went on and stated, "Ranked play is planned to roll out alongside new Call of Duty Vanguard game content in February. We're all very excited about the future of ranked play here and can't wait to share more details as we get closer to its release." So that's pretty interesting. However, more importantly, at the time of making this video is January 27th, which means we're coming up on February, and we're also approaching the release date of Season 2, and makes you speculate about when exactly League Play is going to be added into the game. Now, personally, I have two predictions. The first one is that League Play will be coming into the game with Vanguard Season 2. It honestly makes a lot of sense. You know, League Play is of course a big feature, and if they couple that with the launch of Season 2, it could do really well. However, it's also very possible that League Play is going to be releasing just before the launch of Season 2, as we saw that exact same thing happen in Black Ops Cold War last year, where League Play went live just at the end of Season 1, about a week before Season 2 did end up releasing. However, with that being said, we are going to be getting some more official confirmation as to an exact date as to when Ranked Play is going to be releasing coming up very shortly. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel, so that way you guys will be staying up to date with all of that. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you went on to enjoy it, and if you did, do not forget to leave the like on it down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class subs, intel, and so much more. So thank you once again for watching. I'm your host, Deeper Jungle, and I hope to see you in the next one.